first blog, what I decided to do was talk about the do's and the don'ts when you're on the first date. You know, women are nervous, you know, we're all nervous, but we get jitters about going on the first date, but believe it or not, men tend to be twice as nervous as women. So here's some tips on the do's and the don'ts of when you're on the first date. And for all you single men, pay close attention because you're gonna need this advice if you want to change the second date. So here's some of my personal advice from me to you, okay? The first one I'm gonna tell you is always have a clear vocal tone. You know what? You don't want to be like talking, you know, quiet, you know, a little mumbling, but you want to show that you're confident by maintaining a clear vocal tone. You know what? You're engaging in that conversation, you're keeping our interest going, and she's gonna be focusing on you. Do not talk about your ex. I repeat, do not talk about your ex. I made that mistake, and trust me, I did not get my chances on the second date. The third advice I'm gonna give you is do not play with your food. If you play with your food, what's gonna happen? So you're gonna give her a sign saying, I'm sorry, you're kind of boring. So the fourth advice I'm gonna give you is this is the most critical advice I'm gonna give you because it's something small, but it could you know what, increase the chances to a second date by significant. Always open the door for her when you're at her house. You know, she's coming in the car. Open the door for her. Make sure she sits down and close the door. Okay, going to the restaurant, movies, whatever, mall. Open the door for her, close her. And if you really want to impress her, you know, what you do is before she sits down, let's just say you're at a restaurant, and before she sits down, you pull that chair open, you know, make sure she's there, push her chair in, let her sit down. Trust me, this small thing, it matters. And you know what? You'd be surprised. You'd be surprised, you know, how girls end up saying yes. Well, that's for my first blog. But I'm gonna give you I've given you some of my personal tips and advice on the first date. Now the question is, are you going to use it, or are you going to stick to your personal plan? If you have any personal preferences, right, you know what, that you feel that you feel the audience should know about, you know what, put it on the comment box, you know, message me, you know what, I'll probably talk about it in my next blog, or I'll just, what I'll do is I might even just forward it on my Twitter, Facebook, you know, and that way all the listeners and all the people, they're able to get some more feedback other than from what my blog is saying. And be sure to subscribe to our Facebook. It's Guy Logic Advice on Facebook. Our Twitter, we used to have a Twitter account, except it ended up getting suspended. Don't know why, but we're working on getting it back together. But for now, you know, just subscribe to our Facebook, subscribe to our YouTube channel, which is Guy Logic Sheridan, and I'll post the links down below. Till then, GL.